Guys, welcome to the MrMaple Show. I'm Corbin.
And I'm Tim. And we're bringing you a walkthrough of our House 21 today. We've been bringing trees up, filling this house full, and we've got a lot of really cool plants looking awesome right now in the early August of 2024.
Guys, this has been an awesome year for cool cultivars, great sizes on trees, and House 21 is looking real nice and organized right now, so let's talk about it.
Yeah, get excited for this nursery tour. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of cool Japanese maples, and you see some examples of the sizes that we currently have here at Mr. Maple. To start out, y'all, we've got some Cersei's Hearts of Fire. And check out this new growth on Hearts of Fire. I mean, it's got fiery red new growth. In the early spring, it's fiery red as well. Heart-shaped leaves. It has pink-red blooms in the early spring before the leaves come out. And the two-tone colors where you get this to this. And you can even get some apricots on this that are unreal. It is one of the most colorful red buds that's out there.
Yeah, I love the deepness of this red that it has. And it's such a drastic contrast between this new growth and this old growth. The old growth is a very dark emeraldy color, and this new growth is almost like a ruby red. And I love that contrast.
Speaking of contrast, what do we have here on the right, Corbin?
Guys, you know, this is one of Tim's favorites. We got Summer Gold right here. Acer Pomatum, Summer Gold. Some huge sizes in these. I mean, these are gigantic. A great yellow for your garden. I mean, Summer Gold, you probably heard Tim talk about it a million times. It's a great yellow for that garden. Stick it in some sun to really pick that stuff up. It'll start to kind of bleach out. I love the bleaching effect because sometimes it'll bring out a nice yellow or a nice red border around the edge of the leaf, really highlighting it.
To me, it's one of the best yellow Japanese maples for sure.
Definitely. And look at this huge set of Summer Gold, man. I mean, that is an ocean of them right there.
And guys, coming up next, check out this ocean of Acer Pomatum Firefly. These things are just before some of their summer flushes. We're starting to see some of the summer flushes on a few of these out here. And in that time, you really start to see some of those really firefly-like colors where you see purple with a lime green reticulated variegation in there. That's outstanding. Firefly keeps changing throughout the season. That's possibly one of my favorite things about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting. We have a couple of these planted around the nursery. You know, we've got one in really full sun, and it's a really nice red picked up color with some really awesome reticulation on it. Then we have one that's more in the shade, and it kind of gets in between that yellow and green stage, or that's kind of middle shade. And then you got some of these that are in the greenhouse, which is a little bit heavier shade. And you can see that it even has a really nice emerald green color with that tipping of purples, kind of reminiscent of Mystic Jewel vibes I'm seeing right here in the heavy shade. An awesome plant.
Guys, as we're coming up through here, check out these Ramona right here. Ramona has some just amazing colors of apricots over top of light yellow right now. It's just some outrageous colors. You almost get some of that like green yellow color that's hard to describe, but those coral pinks just coming across it is just outrageous here in the summer. Yeah,
Ramona, an awesome cultivar. I love it. It's almost got some white going on that new growth too, man. All right, what do we got? What do we got, man? Some more. We got some sunnies, which are really awesome. Got some Kurenai Jushis right here. Some Lillian's Jewels, which are looking great. Purple Umbrella, really rocking on that dark color right there.
Look at the colors on the purple umbrella.
That is absolutely insane.
I mean, right now these have some of that dark purple color, and it's one of the darkest purples of any of the Japanese maples. Give it some sunlight to really bring out that purple color. Y'all, I mean, Purple Umbrella is really the best name for this plant because it is one of the most purple red trees that we've got.
Yeah, and then I'm like looking right here next to them. We got some Bronze Ages, which are really just like, you see the contrast in color between that purple umbrella, but then you look at that leaf shape and it's a very similar Matsumuri style leaf, and I mean, just beautiful, man.
Yeah, Bronze Age is one of those plants that's a favorite with our employees. The colors, it keeps changing throughout the season. The bronze new growth with the lime green eye, and you see the veins in there. It's outstanding. And then the fall color, just some pure yellows that later get to some orange colors. It's one of the coolest Japanese maples, and it's Haruko Buckholz's favorite introduction that Talon Buckholz has ever introduced.
Hey, she's got good taste. She picked Talon out, so you know she's got some good taste. So
Check out these La Diablas right here.
guys, La Diabla, an awesome introduction.
Great sizes.
Yeah, these ones are going to be an awesome orange to red color during the springtime. That's why they call it La Diabla, you know, a fiery red and orange color during the springtime. And I mean, I love that new growth as it slowly pushes out. These are some huge ones we got right here. I mean, great sizes on these guys. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see these during the fall time with how large they are. And I mean, gonna pick up some awesome colors.
We're starting to see some coral pink new growths across these right now. In the springtime, that orangey red color is why this gets the name the Devil Woman. And it's one of the most intense spring colors of any of those spring orange types. I mean, it just gets that orange red fiery color that's just outrageous.
If you got a Devil Woman in your life, maybe get her a La Diabla. Oh man, let's celebrate, man. I mean, this is one that we talked about a whole bunch recently, I feel like. Oh yeah, dang, look at the color on that one. Guys, we got some celebration.
And they're just starting with some summer growth new flushes. You see that pink red? That's outrageous. The springtime is one of the most intense pink red colors, and was one of my favorite of Talon Buckholz's introductions.
Yeah, this one is one that has slowly started to win me over as we see it change. I know that maybe in a podcast, Sean might pick this one. I don't know where it fits into his, list, but this might be popping up in one of those collector's corners, talking about it a little bit more, and it makes sense why it's a rock star in the garden.
Yeah, I love Celebration. It's one of the most intense colors. In the hotter climates, you may need to give her some protection from the hot afternoon sun, but we've got some great size 1 gallons here at MrMaple. Oh, one of the most underrated fall color Japanese maples. It's a classic. We're talking about Acer Pomatum Hyoku.
Yeah, Hyoku, one of those awesome ones. I think that almost means like something like some kind of gigantic black hole or something like that in Japanese. I looked it up. It's a little bit of an anime reference. Whenever I first got here, I noticed that. But yeah, this one, the fall color is going to be great. Stick it next to Sakazuki. You know, you're going to have a lot of play in between those fall colors.
Yeah, you can start to get a little bit of yellow with lots of orange in like Hyoku. And then with the Sakazuki, you get that fire engine red color. So it's just a great companion.
You got to love that yellow-orange combination with the just beautiful red color. Hyoku is not going to disappoint during the fall time.
And some great size 1 gallons for sure.
All right, what do we got? What do we got? Got some cool looking fire glows right here. Got some winter orange. We got some more summer golds. What do we got right here? This variegated plant. Oh man, Uzen Nishiki. Guys, this was one of those Areno Nki style variegated plants that really just pulled my attention right as soon as I started working here. I mean, you can see the heavily variegated leaves on these new growth areas and even variegation all the way down. One of my favorite color combinations is that pink, green, and white. And that's something that you're going to get with this Uzen Nishiki, an awesome variegated Areno Nki style plant right here.
Yeah, morning sun, afternoon shade, you'll get the most variegation on this plant. Avoid high amounts of nitrogen. The early spring, a purple border like around the edge with the variegation on the inside. It puts on a stunning display, no doubt. I think we were one of the first people in the United States with this one. And this one is one we love here at MrMaple.
It's pretty awesome. I love that striated bark that those variegated types get.
Let's finish out with Dixie Delight over here.
All right, sounds good, man.
So some great size 1 gallons of these Acer Pomatum Dixie Delight. Selection by one of our good friends, Mike Francis Sr. He found this one as a rootstock on a Tamukiyama, and he was delivering this Tamukiyama out there and looked and saw some rootstock coming off of it, saw the color of the bark coming off the rootstock, and he said, there's something wrong with it. I'll bring you back another one. So he went and switched it out, and then started grafting Dixie Delight. Oddly enough, that's how many different varieties are sometimes found, is through rootstocks. And Dixie Delight, outrageous plant, multi-stemmed, yellows to oranges on the barks.
Yeah, the whole rootstock phenomenon is pretty awesome because sometimes you just don't know what you got until it starts sprouting up from the bottom. I know Matt and Tim dropped a cool stock plant off at Talon's, and underneath of the actual tree was a pine bark understock, which I thought was really awesome. But yeah, Dixie Delight, an amazing yellow color during that on that new growth that it's got. I mean, keeping that yellow color all the way down too. Such a dark green leaf on there that really contrasts with that plant as well. And an awesome introduction for sure.
Speaking of finding rootstocks, the other day Summer was walking through the greenhouses, and on some of our Macawi Yatsubusas, she found a variegated sport popping up that had like a, you know, hangover glowing ember sport style leaf that was just crazy happening on a rootstock for Macawi Yatsubusa. So you never know what you'll find. Keep an eye out, and you just might find something cool.
Yeah, you know, maybe don't always cut that rootstock immediately. It can lead to some trouble every once in a while. But yeah, rootstock can also sometimes be as interesting as the cultivar on top of it. But guys, that's just a couple of the plants out of House 21 right now. Pretty awesome lineup right there, I think. But yeah, it was a nice time walking through this house.
Y'all, thanks so much. A lot of these trees are on Mr. Maple. If they're not, they're coming back soon on a 10 at 10 near you. So sign up for our weekly emails on MrMaple.com. We list 10 new trees, really 20 new trees on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 20 on Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check that out. Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.